the best dividend paying stocks in the Kenyan stock market for the month of November and December. Well, hello there and welcome to today's video where it has been such a wonderful year. We are about the end. Less than 2 months to go to the end of 2025. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Gertrude. Yes, someone told me to pronounce it the right way so that everyone can learn. And yeah, my name is Gertrude, and on this channel we talk about all things investing. That is how you can make your money work for you, budgeting, saving, etc, so much more. And if this is not the first time you are joining us, welcome back. How does it feel to reach the end of 2025? Yeah, it feels awesome. So as I've said, in this video we'll be looking at which companies have announced their dividend plans for the month of November and December. And some of these companies will also be paying dividends come January 2026. So this is the right time to start doing your research and locking in. The list is not big, but we still have to give the updates, right? Okay, and before we get started, stick around till the end because I have some major news. So stick around to find out what it is. So as you've heard, I'll start giving the updates, and as usual, I'll mention the company, the dividend type that this company is issuing, the current share price as at the time I was collecting this data, their dividend per share, book closure date, payment date, and if you had 100,000 shares of these companies by the book closure date, how much you stand to go home with on the payment date. All right? Okay, let's get started. Two of these companies are listed in the energy sector. Can you guess which two companies these are? Leave your comments in the comment section below. So the first company on our list today is none other than KenGen. Now, announced a first and final dividend of 0.90 shillings per share. The current share price of KenGen is 10.60 shillings per share. You know how to get the dividend yield. If not, stick around. I'll explain it a bit later. So for KenGen, the book closure date will be on 27th November 2025, and the payment date will be on 12th December 2025. Now, if you own 100,000 shares of KenGen by the book closure date, you will be going home with 90,000 Kenyan shillings before taxes. You know the drill, before taxes. Now, the second company on our list today is none other than Carbacid. Now, Carbacid Investments PLC announced a final dividend of 2 shillings per share. Now, the current share price, as at the time I was tallying this data, is 30.75 shillings per share. The book closure date for Carbacid will be on 26th November 2025, and the payment date will be on 18th December 2025. Now, if you own 100,000 shares of Carbacid by the book closure date, you will be going home with 200,000 Kenyan shillings before taxes. Now, we only have 5 companies on our list. So, number 1, KenGen with a dividend of 0.9. Number 2, Carbacid with a dividend of 2 shillings per share. Now, number 3 on our list today is none other than Kenya Power, that is KPLC, which announced a final dividend of 0.8 shillings per share. The current share price, as at the time I was compiling this list, was 14 shillings per share. Now, if you'd like to get the dividend yield for these dividend stocks, you'll simply tally the total annual dividend divided by the current share price times 100. And for our example right now, which is KPLC, the total will be 1 shilling because it paid 0.2 a bit earlier, and now we have the 0.8, the total being 1 shilling divided by the current share price of 14 and times 100, you get your dividend yield. Now, this yield is important for investors when they are comparing how much return they are getting in for their dividend stocks and other asset classes. So yeah, it's important for you to know how to calculate the dividend yield. So back to Kenya Power, which announced a final dividend of 0.8 shillings per share. The book closure date will be on 2nd December 2025, and the payment date will be next year. Yeah, it will be next year. So 30th January 2026. So if you own 100,000 shares of KPLC by the book closure date, you will be going home with 80,000 Kenyan shillings before taxes. Imagine getting passive income, getting that message that your account has been credited in January. That's how smart investors make money regardless of which season it is. Number 4 on our list is none other than Sentum. Now, Sentum Investment PLC announced our final dividend of 0.32 shillings per share. Their current share price of Sentum is 15.50 shillings per share. For Sentum, the book closure date was on 9th October 2025, and the payment date will be on 19th December 2025. Now, if you own 100,000 shares of Sentum, if you owned 100,000 shares of Sentum by the book closure date, on the payment date, you will be going home with 32,000 Kenyan shillings before taxes. Yeah, before taxes. Now, I have a question for my viewers. How many companies have paid you dividends this year? Let us know in the comment section below. I love reading how you are making money passively and through investments. So let me know which companies have paid you. For example, for my personal case, I have received dividends throughout the year. Each quarter, I had a company paying me, which was awesome. Some of them include, should I share? Let me know whether I should share my personal portfolio and which companies have been paying me throughout the year. Yeah, and share as well which companies have been paying you dividends this year as we wrap up the year, so that we can encourage each other to get started with investing, because this is a community that shares. Right, and in the next video I'll make sure to share my personal portfolio if you'd like me to. Right? Okay, let me know which companies have been paying you dividends throughout 2025 and whether I should share my personal portfolio and which companies have been paying me throughout the year. This year has been awesome. So yeah, So there we have it. Sentum with a dividend yield, with a dividend of 0.32 shillings per share. If you own 100,000 shares of Sentum, you will be going home with 32,000 before taxes. Now, the last but not the least company is none other than KCB. Now, KCB announced an interim and special dividend of 4 shillings per share. The interim dividend was 2 shillings. The special dividend another 2 shillings, and the special dividend was as a result of the company selling off an asset. I believe it was NBK, and therefore investors will be getting double. So KCB announced a special and interim dividend of 4 shillings per share, and the current share price of KCB as at the time that I am compiling this list was 65 shillings per share. Now, the book closure date for KCB was on 3rd September 2025, and the payment date will be on 11th November 2025, meaning that if you owned 100,000 shares of KCB by the book closure date, you will be going home with 400,000 Kenyan shillings before, say it with me, taxes. Yes, before taxes. Now, in other news, before I give you my announcement, is that Williamson Tea and Captura announced a bonus issue of 1:1 share. If you've been on this channel for long enough, you know that companies not only issue dividends in terms of cash, but also they can issue extra shares. And for the case of Captura and Williamson Tea investors, they will be receiving bonus shares of 1:1. So if you have, 1:1. The book closure date was on 13th October, and the credit date, or the date as at which the investors will receive the extra shares, will be on 3rd November 2025. I hope you have received value from this video and this channel as a whole. Thank you so much for being with me throughout this year. Whether you've joined us right now or you have been with us since 4 years ago. Yeah, I started this channel 4 years ago. I appreciate you and thank you. And now for the announcement, because hey, you've stuck around, right? So in 2026, we'll be having a challenge, that is the 2026 10K shares challenge, which is whereby we'll be challenging ourselves to own at least 10,000 shares of our favorite companies by the end of 2026. Now, yes. So if you are interested in that, sign up, join the wait list that will be attached in the description box of this video or in the pinned comment of this video. Let me know which dividends have you received, which companies have paid you dividends this year, and will you be joining the 10K shares challenge? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm excited about that. And for the 100K savings challenge, we also had another challenge this year, which was the 100K savings challenge, whereby we challenged ourselves to save at least 100,000 in our money market fund account. And I'm so proud of everyone who joined. So many of you have shared your stories about the progress. Some of you even reached 1 million, which, wow, I'm shocked and I'm so happy. Yes, the 100K savings challenge will also be coming back in 2026. So sign up for that as well if you've not. And let me know your thoughts about these updates. Yeah. Basically, I'm so happy to have you in this community as we continue to create wealth and grow our investment knowledge. Let's keep sharing in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one because we must continue sharing even though the year is almost coming to an end. Share which companies have paid you dividends this year. Are you joining the 100k savings challenge? Are you joining the 10k shares challenge 2026? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.